That's the stock of the day. Alright. Let's jump into the technicals on JRSH Holdings, JRSH ticker. We have nice fundamentals for this stock, but we will get to this later, so stick with me. Let's see right here. That's pretty nice chart to trade off. That's kind of sideways, long terms, some swings here and there. And considering good fundamentals, it's to make nice long trades. Let me show what I think will happen in some future. Still, it is my personal opinion and my personal forecast, but I am not professional financial advisor. So be careful with your trades and investment. Alright, and right here, I think that will be a very nice entry to work off for our trade for the short term. Keep in mind, short term, in my mind, it is anywhere from 2 weeks up to 2 months trade. Very low chances that this trade will be bounced back and will be able to hit the price target in 1 or 2 days. So it might happen, but more likely it's gonna take a little bit longer. Let's just stick to this range right here. I think that's pretty good range. Those bounces here in like our pandemic part when everything was crazy happening right here. I think it's a pretty nice place to work off because we are getting pretty close. The range from 424 to 463 will be a great entry point. I would say maybe we can even expand a little bit up. Yeah, I like it a lot more. The range from 424 to 471 would be really great to enter the trade. And about the exit, we have some good resistance level right here. We can just run the line. Where is this? Right here. So this is a pretty good resistance line, and you can see that basically I was trading off this line all the time. So I think that area might be a pretty good place to set the target price for a short-term trade. So let's just get our range here as well. I prefer to get a little bit lower than our resistance line, so I think about just about here would be a nice place to focus on the exit from the trade. So right here, that would be our range. And let's change the color of that, because we're gonna have hell of a pretty good profitable trade, and we're gonna have the green stuff. Alright, looks better. So if we're gonna take a little bit more in upper range, if you're gonna enter here, we can expect pretty good return. So it gives us about 30% return on our trade, which is good. And just to double check, it is not optionable, so we will be able only use our margin. If you use margin, or just stick to conservative stuff and use your own money. And I think that will be it for specifically this trade, for this stock. Let's just get summarize it and separate. Short term, great 30% trade opportunity, and long term, even better, 100% plus opportunity if you stick to the fundamentals. And right now, guys, let's move to the fundamentals. With the JRSH Holdings, everything looks pretty solid. They have very low debt. We'll get to this later. It's actually a little bit more than zero if we're gonna go over the actual documentation, but it is close to zero. They have very low debt. They have very nice current ratio, quick ratio, so they can cover their liabilities if they need to. The income, pretty great. Price to earnings ratio is 6.48. On the documents that will be a little bit slightly different, but it's about the accurate numbers all here. Also you have sweet 4% dividends, and it is only right here. It is a payout ratio of 31%, so they still reinvest in the company. And also the last thing, as we have very uncertain conditions of the market and nobody knows what's gonna happen in soon future, that number gives me a lot of confidence here, because it's pretty much 274. The half of the company is clear cash per share with low debt, so those guys can survive through anything, and I think that's hardly undervalued company. So let's move down We jump to the balance sheet right here. With the long-term debt, I know that there is just a zero, but it is incorrect information, so we'll have to check out there. Most of the other stuff that I checked, everything looks pretty solid, same as in the documents. So we can see nice growth on the equity for the last several years, which is a great indicator that this company is working towards the increasing their ability to handle stuff. The income statement, that's very nice growth of the revenue. It just gives a lot of confidence, and considering zero debt and really profitable way of doing things, they in pretty good shape. Let's move to the actual financial information here. Let's move to the Alright, I missed everything. Let's go up. There's too much of information here. Alright, so we move down to the up to the balance sheet. You can see on the current assets right here, 69 millions, and with their current liabilities of 14 millions, so it's almost 5. Current ratio gives us really high confidence in this stock, because there will be a lot of that will be turned into the cash in next quarter or year, and that's a very good indicator, and especially considering again all the uncertain situation on the market. So that's the first part. Let's double check their debt to equity. That's actually where information a little bit wrong on the websites, but it's still pretty close. So we have 1.9 millions in their long-term debt, and we will divide that stuff by the total stockholders equity, which is 69 millions, and divide by 69. We have the debt to equity ratio about 0.03, which is, I can consider that they have almost no debt compared to their equity, and especially that pile of cash. So moving to the income statement, the whooping revenue of 143 millions compared to their market cap of 60 millions, 2.5 times higher than their market cap in revenue, which is great. And after all the expenses and deductions, taxes, 8 millions in net income, which is really great. I think it is just terrific result for them. They have 7.5 price to earnings ratio, which is great indicator that this company will hold well, and it is hardly undervalued right now. So what are we gonna do with this underdog? I would say one of the ways that I see is the short-term trade, the swing trade. Call as you want it. But if you're a long-term investor and everything looks good to you, numbers and balance sheet, I don't see the reason why not. Even right now, you can buy it and hold it for a long term. The nice sweet 4% dividends as an extra, because overall it's only 30% payout ratio, and still company just growing. If you're really conservative and picky and really have to get undervalued part, you prefer to have it as low as possible, and you don't care if you need to wait, I would set right here the limit order for $3.96 up $4. Actually, I would probably set for a little bit over 4, because that's actually where all the action happens usually. So $4.03 will be a nice entry point, and this price will be just still at $4 right here. So if you would like to invest long term and have it really underdog, you can wait for this price, but that might never happen. Otherwise, I think it's pretty strong hold for long term, and a pretty good pick for the short term trade as well. One more thing, in May 12th, 2022, they got Form S3 filed, which means they are. So that's kind of the stuff that gave, I think, that downturn for the stock. But overall, the financials are pretty strong, and even if insiders are somebody selling, the company operating are pretty strongly. And I don't think that anything might happen. I'm not seeing future, but JRSH Holdings, JRSH, looks pretty strong for short-term trading and long-term investing as well. I really hope you enjoyed watching. Please subscribe and enable notifications. That will help us a lot and you will get all new opportunities in future. Thanks for watching.